Let me start by explaining how this all came together. This happened, the site was rediscovered indirectly through some papers. His name is Richard Patterson, and what he did was, about 3 years ago, he joined an historical society and went into a back room in Mullumbimby. He decided to do something unusual, which is to look around for something a little bit like X-Files here, go to a filing cabinet that had nothing there, look inside there, and he found a box. And that box was unmarked, and inside there were 23 handwritten letters.
In it were told the stories of first men on Earth, their history and their philosophy.
When we did our communication circle, we called it the stone arrangements. Those stone arrangements had a cross in the middle of it. That's our sign for the Creator.
10,000 or more years older than the Stonehenge in England.
From basically 10,000 years to beyond 2013. And that is mind-boggling to even consider.
The Stonehenge at Mullumbimby is older than Stonehenge.
I lived in Mullumbimby in northern New South Wales from about 2010 until the beginning of this year. I moved back home to Sydney after that. In my own property I had there some standing stones, and I was never ever been able to find out just what the origin or the purpose or whatever of those little stone circle that I had on my land there. But it was always very, very intriguing. And I've had a few people say to me, how do we get to go and have a look at the standing stones? Well, you don't. It's as simple as that. We can now verify that original elders and custodians of the old way are correct in insisting that Australia is the cradle of humanity, one incredibly profound site which is now referred to as the Aboriginal Stonehenge. The mound is one of the oldest, I should say the oldest forms of temples in the world, and dates back to the advent of first man.
It was the oldest temple on the planet, which it is. It doesn't belong to Australia, it belongs to the world. This mound is the most important archaeological site in Australia, if not the world.
Mullumbimby, New South Wales, 1939. Frederick Slater, the president of the Australian Archaeology Society, was dispatched to investigate the discovery of a complex Aboriginal arrangement consisting of 188 standing stones. Slater dubbed the formation the Stonehenge of Australia and became convinced that it was one of the oldest temple complexes in the world, predating those found in Europe and the Middle East.
Landowners were so terrified of the controversy that it implied that it was pretty much destroyed by bulldozers.
On the north coast of New South Wales, a series of man-made breakwaters are being built to protect fishing fleets. Conveyors like these take the rock to be crushed to the correct size and is poured into giant molds, 40 tons at a time. So concrete blocks are taken from the barges onto rail cars and then literally dumped into the sea.